and welcome to today's weekly update. I am outside today. It is a grey, miserable, wet day here in Scotland, and I'm standing at my third location to try and film this video. First one I got to and it was far too muddy, nearly lost my Wellington boot. Had to do that whole trick where you hold the Wellington boot and try and step at the same time, which is always fun. Second location, there were some workmen sitting having a tea break in their van right where I wanted to stand and do this, so I was too self-conscious to stay there, so now I am standing in a field, and yeah, there's cars driving by and maybe people looking out their window wondering what I'm doing, but hey ho, it's what we have to do for these weekly updates, right? And I didn't want to be inside again today, even though it is raining. So in terms of Azure news, we've had some Azure announcements. So the Azure Backup Center team, which is a preview feature to help you manage your backup centrally, so kind of that one management view, that management plane, have announced some extra support for other features within Azure. So you can now manage your SQL in an Azure virtual machine backups. You can manage your SAP HANA on Azure backups. And you can manage your Azure files backups as well. And they've also released some support for managing policies with your backups. So based on resource group or tagging, how you want to manage your backups through that, it can be done through the Azure Backup Center as well. So yeah, that's exciting news as well. The Azure security team have also released some preview features. You can now eliminate resources, subscriptions or management groups from your Azure Security Center secure score. That's not easy to say. Azure Security Center secure score. So you can eliminate certain things. If you know that something is out of compliance or is being dealt with by a third-party policy or a bit of software, and you don't want it to affect your secure score, then you can eliminate it and have it not affect your secure score. So that's an excellent thing as well to be able to do for your Azure Security Center. So this week has been busy. My team and I launched our event, the IT Ops Talk All Things Hybrid event, which kicked off on Tuesday for the UK, different days if you're in different time zones. But we did a live stream kicking off the event explaining why we've did it. We then launched Mark Rasinovich, the man himself, did our keynote, and then he came on and did a live Q&A with us, and that was really fun. It was a bit nerve-wracking doing that, making sure everything was aligned and we were getting everything right, but yeah, I think it went really well, and the content is all available on demand. We filmed, I think it was 19 different sessions with different product groups, different experts in various different fields and within the Azure kind of sphere. And yeah, all that content is now on demand, so you can view it at your leisure whenever you want. It is 19 hours or more of content, so we know it's probably going to take you a wee bit of time to try and prioritise that with everything else that's going on, and maybe even have, it might be a mammoth task to actually get through all 19 sessions, but content's there. We are available whenever you want to get round to watching it to answer questions. You can check out the blog posts that we've done on the sessions, or you can hit up the video on YouTube and interact with us, check out the resources, ask us any questions. And yeah, we're super excited to see how this lands. It's very different than other virtual events that other people in the community have launched and other events that Microsoft had done as well. So again, lots of feedback. Please do take the time to let us know how you found the event, if you've enjoyed it, if you've not enjoyed it. We'd love to hear that feedback. It's kind of windy today. Like I said, it's a grey, miserable, wet day, the days that Scotland are famous for. Me personally, I don't mind what the weather is. I would prefer it to be dry, but I grew up on a farm. The weather doesn't stop the activities on the farm. You still have to go out, you still have to deal with the animals, you still have to do your daily chores. So I grew up with that mentality. So I'm very much in the camp of there's no bad weather, just the wrong clothing. Just as my camera kind of starts to steam up with the weather. Hold on a second. Hopefully that's better. The rain hasn't affected the camera lens there. But yeah, I'm not a fan of saying that Scotland has a climate of bad weather, and it's a country that everybody wants to leave. I love Scotland. There is no better place than Scotland. I love it. Even on the wet and rainy days, you just have to be prepared. You have to put on your welly boots, you have to put on your covers, you have to put on your waterproof trousers, waterproof jackets, and just get out there and, you know, live your life. You can't let the weather stop you. And yeah, that's kind of my approach to Scottish weather. But I also think it's an approach that I take to what I do during my day-to-day life, doing the things that I love, focusing on the things that I love, spending time with the people that I love. There is no point pouring energy into something that you don't love, that you don't enjoy. You're not going to reap the benefits, and whatever your audience is, whatever, you know, whoever's supposed to benefit from whatever you're pouring that energy into, is not going to get the benefit of it if you're pouring in negative energy, if that makes sense. The stuff I do, I love. There are parts of my job, like everybody else, that I don't enjoy, but I try not to spend too much time on those parts unless I really have to, and I try and focus on the stuff that I love. I've always loved doing community work. I've always loved, you know, interacting with the community, whether it just be attending a user group, whether it be speaking at a user group. I loved that before I got my job as a senior cloud advocate at Microsoft, and I will continue to do that regardless of what my role ever moves to. You know, whatever the future holds, I will still continue to do that because I enjoy it. I enjoy doing this. I never thought I would, but I enjoy doing these weekly videos where I talk away, share some of the Azure news, share some of the things that I've done, and share a little insight into me and who I am. And I'll still continue to do that as long as there is an audience and as long as I enjoy it as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to tell you. If you enjoy something, do it. If you don't enjoy it, try not to spend too much time at it. You know, like I said, there's no point focusing on something and pouring that negative type energy into a project because it's not going to reap the benefits. Whereas if you focus on a project you're passionate about, you're going to reap the benefits because your audience, whether that be your boss, whether it be a community, whether it be a YouTube channel, is going to get the benefits of it. And you see that. If you look on things like YouTube, which is a great example, the YouTubers that are passionate about the subject they're talking about have the biggest followers, have the most engaged audience, and they have people that are interacting. You know, they sell merchandise, they build off. Some people have made it into a complete career because, again, that passion comes across and people engage on it. If you are not passionate about something, people are not going to engage on it. It's as simple as that. I think I've said my piece on that part, but yeah, drop me a comment if you think differently or you found that as well, you know, that you enjoy something and you get back a lot more from it than you give, if that makes sense. But that's my rant today. I think it's actually starting to try and snow, and it's getting really cold and it's getting really windy, and I'm going to head for a warm cup of coffee and get this video edited so that you can all watch it. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all staying sane in this current pandemic situation. Please do reach out to me if you've got any questions, if you've got any comments, you know, even if you just want to chat about some of the things that I've been talking about. Happy to spend some time with you on a one-to-one basis and do that going forward. So yeah, stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.